Like it.
Papa come again. Papa Georgie come again. Mama Joe come again. City come again. Now the whole country giant come soon. Better move. I say you're better move. You be somebody get away. Pulling back get away. We come again. City coming again. Come on the road, we are coming again. Move on the road, Mama Joe, coming again. Up in the road, city, she coming again. Now the whole country, giant, coming so. Better move on the road. Say you're better move your road. Jumping back, take it away. Better get away. We coming again. We first the winners game. Coalition for democratic change. Now the whole country champion and coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your vote. You big Paris and get away. Better get away. Nyen say I'm on Imbo, I say I come. At Table, Mosigo corridor. Nyen say I'm on Imbo, I say I come. See the shake your body, shake your body, why don't you shake your body, shake your body, acha le oh, see your le oh, acha le oh, see your le oh, say, acha le oh, say, we'll celebrate. I wear Mosigo corridor. Today is a wonderful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. It's a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. Déjà bito ready. We'll celebrate. It's a holiday, your moment. We'll celebrate. You be bodies in your way. We'll celebrate. Nothing you can tell us now. We'll celebrate. Nothing you get to tell us now. We'll celebrate. We are inside the breeze. Mama, you are inside the breeze.
Go Brothers International, y'all.
Team feeling win a race. CDC. We feeling win a race. Everybody look at this. Feeling win a race.
Y'all moving on the road because we coming in with full. Kakabella, Jella, Wapi. We coming there, y'all defeated. Big politicians, we putting y'all on the ground. CDC, feeling take it. We party, y'all can see it. John Man, we are. FT, Joe, Howard Taylor. Hey, Go Brothers, huh? We don't want to country giant. Y'all know we the lion. We are lion straight for giant. So save the people there from the hands of the wicked one. Dakim and Fura. So this time they gotta get away. But we are popo. That's Papa supposed to popo. FT, Joe, popo. But picking like that's supposed to popo. They call our heavyweight. That we the champion team. Peaceful we remain.
Anything from Nimakante, it just have to be good. Honorable Dan Kapaya Dennis, I salute you, Dad. I salute you this morning. I hope my brothers and sisters are doing excellent. We will give you the play-by-play description this morning. What the President of the Republic of Liberia is actually turning into. Trust me, lessons have been suspended. We said it that Josh Manan we are. He is not prepared, and the brother is not even willing to learn on the job. Press freedom had been taken away. people of Liberia, specifically the government, are they afraid of press freedom? Push FM by Patrick Horner. What is actually was in that message? I will give you the play-by-play description. My people from Bieto, Nimakante, good morning. And my friends and brothers, sisters, from Saklepi and Nimakante, good morning. And even those from Gompa, some people refer to it as Ganta. Our friend and brother from Bonkante, from Palala, Zowena. Even those from Lofakante, Vahu and Masambola. Those from Maryland, we said good morning to you guys, because we have been strongly monitored in our country, Liberia. Our fan base is actually growing. We have been monitored in 2 major counties, Bon and Nima counties respectively.
You better believe it. I'll be there. This is my home, and I'm home to stay.
Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready.
We are actually sophisticated. The Abracta talk show is actually sophisticated. And so you can suspend Patrick Horner lesson, suspend the other radio station lessons. But for us, the modern technologies will make use of it. We make use of the social media. We told the Liberian people, but they did not listen. Josh Manet, we are 6 months in office. It's almost like the brother has spent actually 3 years. We want you to invite someone this morning, because this morning is going to be very, very interesting. We are about to discuss this government, and we will be glad to the Liberian people. For few, we are about 4 million people. For just few individuals who are presiding over the resources of our country, enriching themselves, calling it fair. Using our country resources to give back to the people, and they want us to glorify them. The Eto loan agreement is a complete joke. How can you go for a loan, and after the loan is approved, the guys are saying that they actually want a bond? They said they want 250 million bond. So the end result will give him Martin got to go inside.
Coalition for democratic change, now the whole country champion they coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your vote. You keep raising your way.
say good morning to Ali Asha Donzo. Good morning, Sanjay Davis. I am your lead host, Mzee Abraham K. Kamara. We want you to invite friends because this morning is going to be very, very strictly to the point. And we will not have no time to waste. We'll open the line later on for you to be able to get their view. But in the meantime, we should be able to, entertain our audience. Hey, Ambassador Joe Wilson, Comrade Adiola, a found species, a Liberian from the southeast. My friend and brother, I salute you.
Nothing you can tell us now, we'll celebrate. Nothing you get to tell us now, we'll celebrate. We are inside the breeze.
Brothers International, y'all.
Team feeling we in a race.
CDC.
We feeling we in a race. Everybody look at this. Feeling we in a race.
About this time during the campaign, the citizens were dancing, they were jubilating. But now, if even you are to play this music in our country, people will get mad at you. People are silently disenchanted with this government. The Liberian people are pretending. Even those that come on our talk show, who are seditious, some of them pretend. They are hungry, but they are not full to talk. But for us, we are in the US, specifically we from Nimba County, so we should be able to speak truth to power. Good morning, Sam A. Suma. Galasco, we told the Liberian people that Josh Mananwia is currently in Russia, secretly in Russia. And Liberian people seems not to believe that.
You Jesus, ruling party, you are in trouble. Come on, you move on the road.
Let me welcome you to the Abraka Talk Show. I am your lead host, Mzee Abraham K. Kamara, coming to you live from the state of Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, Philadelphia. Here, we discuss facts. We don't bring perception to the table. We are intellectuals, and our intellectual arsenal is almost equivalent. It's almost equivalent to the arsenals of North Korea. And so we don't have time to waste on people who are not prepared for change. The wave of change is coming in our country. The freedom is coming. The freedom that our forefathers fought for. The freedom that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and the legs of others have given to the Liberian people. The transparency that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and the legs of others brought to the Liberian people. That freedom, anyone who is to tamper with it, whether being a president or not, the Liberian people will resist you. And you see the resentment is coming gradually. Gradually, the people are day by day getting disenchanted with the way in which this president is proceeding. You see, we told the Liberian people that Josh Mananwia and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, her master, they were in Kowu. We said that continuously. It will interest you that yesterday, the Ministry of Information came out with a release suspending all new, radio apparatus, if not radio station or if not newspaper, that were issued lessons starting from January. Now, that make you to know that the president is gradually turning into a dictator. When you see an African leader taking the step that George Madden Weah, that is one of the reasons that Liberia never went to the World Cup. George Madden Weah disagree with bulk of the player during his prime time at the Lone Star. And when you see a country or a team that have been controlled by an individual, watch out. That is a direct gateway. That is a direct gateway to a dictatorship. George Madden Weah hate criticism. Few days ago, when they disjointed, underpay security advisor to the president, the people rejected a former lawmaker, a lawmaker who lacked vision, Jefferson Camo. Jefferson Camo, who lacks vision. After the people of Sano rejected him, the president see it necessary to give this man job, making him security advisor. He was the same man who came up with, disjointed statement against the son of Nima County. But I will not dignify the Abraka talk show will not dignify them. We will speak truth to the power. We told you prior to the campaign the sedition denied. Now I have the clip in my possessions that this president was heavily supported by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that the people rejected in 2018. They rejected Ellen Johnson Sirleaf political party, which is the United Party. The Liberian people saw it that this United Party never improved the life of the people. Liberian people felt that the United Party failed them. So giving Joseph Newman Boakai another term is like giving the same United Party another third term. So the people went to the ballot box and rejected Joseph Newman Boakai, not on the basis of his credential, but on the basis of party affiliation. That was the reason that Joseph Newman Boakai was rejected. He was rejected, the reason because he went and aligned himself with the United Party, and the people decided to reject him. During the presidential debate, this self-made dictator called George Madden Weah escaped all of the debates because the brother is a complete flunky and junkies. You saw people who just went to the Liberian people, Alexander Kumi, mustering the courage, mustering the podium, explaining his manifesto, explaining the ideas of the ANC to the people. And the Liberian people welcome Alexander Kumi. They welcome him. And that is the reason why he came closer to third place in the election. Alexander Kumi is not a joke. We also saw other new political party. President Weah is seriously turning into a dictator. But let me play the clip where, during the roll dedication ceremony in Bond County, the vice president came and said to the Liberian people that he was never informed about the road project. George Madden Weah have more to explain to the Liberian people how he went to power. George Madden Weah have more to explain. What is it that they see TRC convicted criminal. I'm quoting Marba Molu. The criminal. They were referring to the Salif and the Johnsons at the time as a criminal. Today they are in power. Why is it that they are refusing to prosecute these people? But let me play you the clip where President Weah admitted that the issue of the road project, he was called by President Johnson Sirleaf to go and dedicate the road. Deception right there. What happened to the certain vice president? But the only child that God have given Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, which is Robert Sirleaf, because Robert Sirleaf at the time, and that is the reason why confusion came between Achi A. Sanon and that of President Weah. Achi A. Sanon disagree with the CDC that they should not in no way do business with Robert Sirleaf. Because the United Party rejected Robert Sirleaf, the chairman was very clear. Raymond Page, who is an ideologue from the Vanguard Student Unification Party. He's a cadre. Raymond Page, who is the chairman of Unity Party, we from the angle of soup, we don't put our belly in wheelbarrows. We don't put our belly in front of us, moving around for self-aggrandizement. And that's what the seditions are now doing. You having a chairman who lied any other thing. Let me play you the clip. You see, the seditions at the time they said Ellen Johnson Sirleaf failed. Now, this make me to believe that what Ellen told BBC is true. When they asked at the time President Weah to grade the government that the party that Ellen Johnson came from, that have been rejected by the people. Who knows whether they even carry on some, clandestine act? Who knows? You grade that party, or if not that government, 80%. A government in Liberia have been graded, if not in Africa, 80%. You know what you're saying? You are saying that everything that is going on in Liberia, or that was going on at the time in our country, was right. 80% is a high mark. Anywhere you put it, whether in school or where, 80% of anything is a high mark. Now, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf turned power over to you. What we saw, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said she left money in the covers. 150 million, she said it live and clear on BBC. President Josh Madan Weah coming and telling us that he took over a broke country. But who told President Weah that our country was a rich place? It's now that you know that the country is broke. President Weah, you was given power to, but the people, to serve as senator. When you are in the House of Senate, you are informed of everything that go on in our country. That's just point one. Let us see what happened. You see, Patrick Honor Patrick Honor is actually a true loyalist. Patrick Honor is a son of the soil. I believe that Patrick Honor loves Liberia than even President Weah. Look, we will not glorify dictators. George Manuel Weah is a complete dictator and BM. We know what they are about to do in our country. They have just validated our point. They have validated our point, the reason why June19 Pelele left our country. Few days after June19 Pelele, if not few weeks, Great Britain came out saying that Liberia is not safe. Liberia is open to terroristic threat. The government never said anything about that. The government of Liberia never said anything. At the end result, funny statements. That's what this guy pay attention to. Giving our people brain cancer. That's what happened in our country. Look, we don't need someone to tell us that the price of mosquito coil. Can President Weah use mosquito coil in his house? Or can any member of his family use mosquito coil? Who told you that the reason the Liberian poor felt disenchanted was because of mosquito coil and that of chicken feet? It was because of rice. The poor felt disenchanted because of rice. President Weah should not be taken seriously. The brother has started. They have started doing money laundering. Money laundering has started in our country. The first lady is now taking our money, investing it in Jamaica. Do you know that the first lady has started being marshal in Jamaica? Do you know that? Do you know that the first lady of the Republic of Liberia has just started bailing marshal in Jamaica? Are you guys really aware? And then you guys call to say, oh, you're trying to scare us. There is no matter. President Weah can continue to suspend lessons. But as for us, you cannot stop us from talking. Because we are sophisticated to the core. The software and the technology that we are using, there is no way that anybody can easily penetrate our system. You can go and create a fake one, but for you to penetrate our system, like you guys normally do, to create this. The first place you should know that this man is a dictator. When you listen to the man speaking, you know that dictator is dictator in clean clothes, perceived to be a peacemaker. When you see President Weah speaking, you know that he is a complete dictator. Look, we will speak and we'll continue to talk on an issue. Let's take a very short break. When we come back, we will say things that you have never heard before. We will expose this government continuously and every day. Once Abraham is seated in the Cousin studio, we will expose these guys.
Safa pelisizo simnyama iwasafa isizo saba kamula mola haniko kalize wenhaye wemolo Safa pelisizo simnyama Iwasafa, Avola mo, Eminko Kalize, Mayenga Kala, Wasafa, Sapelisizo Sinyama, Iwasafa, Avola mo, Eminko Kalize, Mayewa Modo,
Our people in the Leeward counties are actually going through hell. Our people in Liberia are going through hell. Secret killings are going on in our country. Since President Weah took office, the crime rate in our country has increased than ever before. The crime rate has increased. Secret killing and robbery. If you are to go to our country, Liberia, and the people, the way the people are going through tough time, and this government seems not to do nothing about it. And people want us to sing praise and worship to the president. These guys are about to mortgage Wulogizi. Wulogizi is their next target. They can no longer try Firestone because they are aware of the deal. So their next target now is Wulogizi. All along, you have never heard President Weah talking about Lofa. You know why? This President Weah is not peaceful. This is a man who skipped mallets in his mind. When Achis Sano and the last of others, as a Tupac, the former CDC chairman USA, when they told President Weah at the time never to do business with Robert Saleh because it will haunt him tomorrow, President Weah saw them at the time as enemy of the CDC. And then what happens? President Weah called a speech from Achis Sano and that of a guy, the former chairman of CDC USA. Now, they started doing the first money that came from Robert Saleh, which we have evidence to. The first money was 300,000. How that money came? That money came from the NSA. You know, under our law, you cannot audit NSA. So Ellen Johnson selling using NSA to sponsor the CDC. Vanny selling. Look, there are few people that remain in position. Few individuals have remained in position. No matter what happened, the CDC will not change these guys. Mr. Salif at Ministry of Internal Affairs. Vanny was also given 600,000 plus $1 million Liberian dollars. They took this money to Bon County to campaign. That was the strategy. But Ellen Johnson said he started doing business lately with the CDC. One of the first attempts Ellen made, Ellen thought at the time that the best people to do business with was going to be the Liberty Party. So Ellen appointed Liberty Party former chairman, who is now a representative for Fanati Kofa. Appointed Fanati Kofa to work with her. Fanati Kofa started working with Ellen as Minister of state without portfolio. At the end result, what happened? Fonatik Kofa, because of money laundering, Fonatik Kofa was instructed at the time to launch an investigation into B-Ball 1, B-Ball 2. You remember that story, B-Ball 1, B-Ball 2. At the end result, the B-Ball 1, the B-Ball 2, what happened? They asked Fonatik Kofa to launch an investigation, so the first money came from NSA, 700,000. Fonatik Kofa said he was going to make sure to see what other things were going to be in place. At the end, we saw brand new paper arriving in our country for Liberty Party. Later on, they linked that with Musa Hassan Belete, a Navajo. Dangote struck a deal with Ellen for them to have the cement factory in our country. The former speaker, Nukwe said there is no way under his watch that they will pass that deal for cement factory to be erected into the heart of the city. If they agree, they can go into some of these counties. Because even producing cement is causing serious problem for our people. Environmental hazard. Our people are getting sick. Then Ellen Johnson Sirleaf realized that Liberty Party was not going anywhere. The best people to do business with is the CDC. So Vani was also instructed to go to Bon County, the current minister for internal affairs. I am saying the truth to you. You like it or not? Somebody telling me that I'm accusing. Let them come. We have facts. We have evidence against this dictator. This self-made criminal. This guy is corrupt. Corruption is in June19. We are DNA. We are aware of that. The brother is actually, that's the reason why the West, why other countries are going to the international community for them to get billions of dollars. They are getting our country chicken chin. Chicken chin they giving our president. That is reason because the people don't trust this guy. They don't trust him. Look, it took Uncle Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, it took him 5 months to recognize June19. We have to send him congratulatory message after 5 months. It took the president of Sierra Leone no time. Donald Trump recognized his presidency, President Marabiu. But because criminals, crumbs eaters, have been surrounded, look, Emmanuel Shaw is another criminal in this government. And we will talk about it every day. Emmanuel Shaw was one of the persons who at the time encouraged Doe to kill the 13 men. Emmanuel Shaw. Because Emmanuel Shaw was also, you see, criminals are just plenty in our lands. Killers and thieves are parading, these guys are parading in the heart of our city, enjoying the resources of our people. or if not the land, Emmanuel Shaw worked with Tobo. For Emmanuel Shaw to be fair, he started to see Emmanuel Shaw. He started working with Dole, who killed Tobo. The same Emmanuel Shaw started supplying our government. After these 13 guys were killed, that was the beginning of Dole trouble. But Liberians were jubilating, they were celebrating. Countrywoman born soldier. At the end result, what happened? We saw people coming to Butuo and complain. President Weah brought President Ellen Justice Sirleaf brought half for 10,000. Are you not aware it is the same Emmanuel Shaw who sued our country? Are you not aware? We are not fools. Let's take our first call. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show. We can't take that. You call here, you should be able to mute your receiver. If you are angry, for us we are not. I am not asking for jobs. I make cool money, easy money. There's some of your ministers. So we are not asking for job. What we want the life of our people to improve. That is this talk show concern. That is our concern. The life of our people should improve. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yes, hello, Ebi, how are you? This is Franklin calling from Paris.
How are you doing, Chief?
I'm not bad. I'm a little bit disappointed this morning, man. You are making a lot of accusations without proof. It's very frustrating. I don't know where the point is coming from. Well, the last one you just said I want to comment on is taking President Trump 5 months to recognize President Weah's government. It took President Doe not even a month when Ronald Reagan recognized his government and invited him to the White House. Is that where is the development in Liberia from that recognition? You're talking about President Weah trying to mortgage Wologisi. Wologisi bringing Liberia since 1822. Liberia is underdeveloped. So if the president wants to use Wologisi to get money and try to develop the country, it's in the best interest of the Liberian people. Accusation of Madam Clark Weah building mansion in how they call it place, Jamaica. I don't have proof of that, so I don't want to comment on that. So you have to give facts on some of those things that you are saying. Well, what I mean, former Sirleaf took this money, take this, they want to support. Those are things people say. But what are the actual truth? What are the actual facts to support those allegations? So for me, I'm a little bit saddened, when you try to sound all of them without giving up, because some of us will want to do these things that you are saying. I left Liberia, I'm going up almost 10, 15 years now, so I don't have much of those information. So we'll be happy if you will say those things and bring up proof to us. Then we base on those proof. This is the same thing I told Mr. Jackson. Jackson, he continued to talk bad about the Eton loan. Finally, he came out to say the loan is this and this and that, and Liberia, the people are getting the money to do this, to do that. So we have to get backing for some of those things that we say.
Thank you, Chief.
So I don't know where those proofs are coming from. So I want to be convinced on some of those things that you are saying.
Thank you, Chief.
So President Trump recognizing President Weah after 5 months that will not develop Liberia. America has been in Liberia since 1822. And Liberia is the worst country in that region. So if President Weah can find other friends, developmental friends in the interest of the Liberian people.
Your 2 minutes has elapsed. Thank you. Look, we are not here. Liberia men wanting when Taylor said rebel. We're in the bush coming. law forces were in Lofa. The Liberian people said we should give them proof. We told you that the Ebon Loon, the guy from Burkina Faso, we told you that this guy is seriously connected to the former president, Blaise Compaoré. They are the one that masterminded the killing of Thomas Sankara. This guy was the logistic officer under Blaise Compaoré. That's how he got millions of dollars. It was the same guy that started supplying the ATU. When the first 700 men of ATU came from Burkina Faso, they could not speak English. Liberian Post said we should bring proof. But we know what you're up to. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Thank you. My name is Alpha Gallo. I'm calling from Liberia.
Quickly. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, of course. Okay, thank you. I love the story. The way how you're talking are very interesting. You know, the way how right now the rate very high in the country, bro. When I buy ready in the country, $155, bro.
Oh, so you say the rate is high in Liberia, 155?
It's very high. Buy it rate in the market, 155, bro. It's very high.
So then what happened to the bag of rice? What is the price of bag of rice?
Some people selling $2,050 for half bag of rice.
What? How's the transportation system? That proper, like the one you're elected.
$160, $160 for $1.
What? But the government you choose, they say they bring in change. A good that you are calling from Liberia, so the audience can hear.
Talk about that's not change. That's change. Nothing change. Not embarrassment for the business people in the country.
Okay. So what you want to say to the president?
I want to say the president continue about the rate. The rate very high. Also, let them come outside and tell the people that Washington on the road. Let them cancel the people. If you're not registered to send for a best, man, I think money.
Okay. But the government said they just coming. They said they just coming to power. So they been in power now for far more. We should wait for things to be well. So.
But, you know, the former government do well. But this government did not approve me. The president said he's talking nothing.
Thank you. Are you a Liberian?
Yeah, I'm a Liberian.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Look at this one. Another call from Liberia. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the more talk about talk show in the diaspora, the Abraka Talk Show. Welcome.
My name is, thank you very much. My name is C. Doro calling from Ganta, Nima County.
Thank you. How the receptions in Nima County this morning?
I'm getting you very loud and clear. Yesterday, I already monitored the show, but I tried calling yesterday, and there was no way to get you. And I'm so proud of you, brother. You know, people always criticize you. People that their parents, their family are in the government. They say in America that people here in the government, or other people that are calling saying all kinds of things, they are in the government, so they always say things to discourage you. But the poor people are so just my brother said. Now the U.S. rate now is 145.
My brother.
And the rate is almost 2,000. It's 2,000.
My brother.
The poor people are suffering. Yes.
Let me say this to you. Based on my analysis, the rate before July 26, we anticipate the rate before September. Sorry, I said July. Before September, we anticipate that the rate will be up around 200. Because this government is doing nothing to improve the life of our people.
You are right. People will always say things they don't look at. There are people here that don't even have food to go on the internet to know what is going on. People are suffering. And then the other side, instead of them calling to appreciate what you are doing, they want evidence, they want this, they want that. What kind of evidence you want when people are suffering? What kind of evidence you want to show when people are suffering and you ain't really going out? What kind of evidence you want. Gas price now is $500. Now from downtown now to go to Monrovia over $1,000. People are suffering. What kind of evidence they want on that? So I'm just going to encourage you, don't listen to all those noise makers. You can't call them noise makers and they should not distract you. You are saying the right, we are really suffering in this country. You know jobs. How many youth here where you feel in school when you don't want to compromise with them in society or homosexual act, we don't give you jobs. We don't give you jobs. You are alright, my brother.
My brother, we from Nima County, we are not afraid to speak truth to power. That's one of the beautiful things, and that's one of the reasons why we are respected. But thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Look at this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show. I guess you're calling from Liberia.
Yes, Musu Kamara, my name calling from Liberia, and I hope to be to that.
Musu, the propo, is it the propo Musu?
Yes. What?
Is it propo Musu that we know?
This is propo Musu, yes.
Okay. Talk about the good of the government that you know.
I can even if you want 100 good of the government, you want 100 things to provide, I will provide it. But the problem, I just want to tell you that you are another disappointment to our Kamara generation.
Okay.
To this generation.
Your own Kamara from Bapolu, my own are from Nima. So how can we be family? You laugh again?
You provide information.
No, but you laugh again. I just told you that your own Kamara from Bapolu, man from Lofa. How can we be family?
You know very well that Bapolu and Lofa were together before. Not because now we're standing by ourselves.
But even you from Lofa, me are from Nima. How can we be family? Your Kamara is spelled C.
We are not discussing Nima. Right now we are not discussing Kamara. We're discussing our beloved country and our president.
How the U.S. rate is up. Talk about it.
Yes, that's why we're discussing right now.
Okay, discuss it. Let me hear you.
The information. What? Hello?
Go ahead, man. You get 2 minutes. Let me just leave you.
Yes,
talk whatever you want to talk.
You just interrupting my conversation.
Sorry.
You provide information to the public that is not true. My advice for you this morning, we all Nigerians are waiting to get factual information. Not proper or not proper, we are proper people, yes, we agree, but we are also waiting to get a fact. When you are providing information to the public...
Your mind is made up. I can convince you.
That you have evidence. What will you say that the fight today daily mansion in Jamaica that you do have evidence? Provide the evidence. We want to see it. We want to see for ourselves. Get on the carpet.
This president has ever declared their asset. They have ever declared their asset. The people who you said they have 80 million. How can you have 80 million and the public asking you, code of conduct, you refusing to declare your asset? I'm gonna bring proof again to that.
Oh, but we want the information you provide, that the evidence we want.
Okay.
We need the evidence because you are misleading. You are misleading the public. You are giving false information. And talk show wants to be God that will provide information for the public to reach people. We depend on them to get factual information. They're giving information that is not real. They're giving fake information.
Thank you.
Brother, so mad that you lose election or you are not part of this particular government, you should be there.
I am never a member of any political party.
Getting the public information that is not real. This country, we love this country too much. We love our people. We live in this country. Some of your parents not here. Your children not here. We are here with our parents. Our
that will not even make me to tell you where my parents are.
Don't get information that will cause problems in our country.
But the problem already been caused. Now you say, thank you. Let's take another call. Thank you.
We love our president, and there is nothing you people can do for us to go against our president.
Okay.
That's serious.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Good morning. This is Emmanuel calling from Pennsylvania City, Philadelphia, to be precise, the Northeast area.
Quickly, Chief.
Yeah, thank you very much for this important show. I always monitor this show. I'm one of the
regular
viewer of this platform.
Thank you, Chief.
You know, brother AB. You know, I'm happy that you are one of the person who oversees, who over here speaking against ills in society. Which of course we from the soup in, we believe in the masses, and whatever the masses want, that's what we do. We are not afraid of anybody. During the child status days that everybody had weapon in Liberia, soup stood up. Soup stood up and criticized status, told Taylor in the face that what you're doing is wrong. There's a meaning that you change. Which of course some of our brother, our important militants, veterans ran overseas. Taylor drove them out of Liberia. And today you are on radio, on the same thing, criticizing people. And people honor your post, saying all kind of things, you know, abusing you, saying all sort of things to you. But I pray that you will never stand by like for you to be bored like, you know, other advocates on the internet. You stand by your word. We are with you. I hardly support you. I support you from my head, from head to toe. I will always be behind you. I'm very in Philadelphia, the same way as you in Philadelphia. Continue your hard work. We will continue to speak against ill in society in this for our beloved country. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you. You want me to bring you proof? Is it not true that Emmanuel Shaw? I'll take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Oh, good morning, my dear brother. I'm Fred Dennis Namwe. I'm calling from the state of New York.
Quickly, Chief.
No, I'm not Chief. You're the Chief. Yeah, okay. Don't call me Chief.
All right.
I just call, you know, to tell you my free mind how I feel about your entire show. You see, what you're doing as a Liberian, you claim to be a Liberian, but I don't think you have Liberian at heart. You are anti-where we leave the country and Liberia will remain. Stop discrediting the government are in power. The government just came to power. The government haven't even go a year. You criticizing the government. You see things that you can't even provide proof. The first lady building house in Jamaica, according to you, give all the proof. Give all the proof. Another thing, the U.S. rate in Liberia is going hard. The current government is not responsible for the rate going up hard. The past regime in Liberia messed our country up. We have iron ore, we have rubber, and we have people that are making money on the world market. But the thing prices drop. And don't think they are things that sort of back the foreign exchange. So if the rate is going up hard, you cannot blame it on the government. But the government will try to do something about it.
My brother, you don't know that government is continuity? You don't know that government is continuity?
Government is continuity, that I know.
Okay. Are you aware? Are you aware? Listen now.
Liberia is over 170 years old.
Are you going to listen?
I'm listening to you.
Are you aware? Do you know some of the reason why U.S. rate is in demand? Are you really aware? One of the reasons is that, do you know that the Liberian dollar is surplus on the market?
The Liberian dollar is surplus on the market because
you know one of the reasons.
The past regime
because you brought incompetent people, you brought rogues and criminals.
Printed money. It's not a current regime printed money.
This current regime, okay. The current regime went in cohort with the government for them to print 5 billion instead of 5 million.
What's the evidence?
The evidence is all on the internet. Go and check on August 6th. I'm telling you, I'm giving you date. Okay, thank you. This is
what a website. Okay. What a website.
All right, let me take this one.
What a website.
Go to
You telling
Central
me
Bank.
want to eat on that?
Go to Central Bank website.
I'm
And
gonna
see.
stop the thing you're doing, man. Stop
Thank
it.
you.
You,
Thank
you.
I don't have time to waste on you. I will not waste my time on you. Can you please reduce your receiver, please?
Hello?
Can you please reduce your receiver, please?
Sure, I will.
Go ahead, Chief.
My name is Double Customer. I'm calling from Bismarck, North Dakota.
Quickly, Chief.
Look, thank you for the show. We highly anticipate what you are doing.
But caller, before you start, let me hold you and just quickly deal with the issue before I forget. Just hold on. I will give you time. I will give you your time.
Go ahead.
Moreover, one of the reasons that the rate increasing, you brought incompetent people at Central Bank. You brought people who are thieves and criminals. Are you not aware before the election they printed new money? Do you know how many new money were printed? Are you informed? Do you know that they passed a law to print 5 million? Do you know that the Central Bank, in collaboration with the major opposition, which is CDC, they convinced their lawmaker with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Central Bank printed 5 billion. Then you brought incompetent people after you took power. You brought them. They are working to Central Bank. At the end result, when they take the lab letter money from the street, there's a machine underground to Central Bank where the old money is to be trashed. They will stray the old money. These citizens working to Central Bank underground have been employed or appointed by this government. These same guys go ahead, they take the money instead of them putting it in the machine, they take it and carry it home, and the same money still circulating. Still circulating. That is the reason why you see the Liberian dollar surplus on the market. So at the end result, the US dollar is in demand. Caller, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for allowing me on this show. And this is a privilege. It's not a right for me, though. So I appreciate you for that. Listen, somebody just came on the air and saying that it is not this government, it is the past regime. No, if you knew that the country was poor, why you decided to run as a president? Say you knew it was poor. So why you don't want to take blame for whatever that's happening? Government is a continuity, like you said. So why you not understand that? So who do we blame? If we don't blame who do we blame?
But how can we blame Ellen Johnson Sirleaf when you grade Ellen Johnson Sirleaf 80%?
80%. 80%. So where do you come from with your analysis to say it is the past regime? And you have agreed that she did well. So I don't even understand. You know what? Let me tell you, my brother, Tamara. This guy does not think for himself. His own home affair, he does not know how to even handle it. So we take our nation and give to him. We have to see more surprises. That year there, it's just it's just unfortunate.
But you know that the brother came out yesterday to revoke all lessons have been suspended.
So we are gradually into dictatorship now. So that's where we are. So it doesn't even, like you said, people that are running and fasting because he does not know what he's supposed to do as a president. That is the reason why any man that tells him something, he just take it.
The brother can take gassing. The men display in the country. The men, all the men building have been demolished. The president is currently sleeping in the barrack, in the military barrack.
Okay, fine. Now he does not want to declare access. I know 2005, 2011 access was declared for or before the election. Now, why you are not declaring your assets, now you're going to break your assets down? So where are you getting this money from to rebuild it? What has happened to your $85 million that you didn't earn as a one best? Let me reflect you back to the World Disney Mountain. I don't think you look fair. I know he has Mali against us, but me, I'm from local country. I don't have my nationality, my name alone tells you that I'm from local country. I know the Lufian will not sit there and see a booger deed. He as much as the president and see a booger deed that will affect our people. I know the former vice president was behind that road that's supposed to go to Menacoma. Years back in the 80s, he has been one of the sources of that road that ground was broken for in Bon County. All right, so I think people will sit down there and somebody just go mess with Wolokisi Mountain. I tell you too, I can guarantee you for that. Already he has a mileage against us because we did not vote for him. And trust me.
That's the reason why the brother doesn't even want to go to Lofa or do anything with Lofa.
I'm not talking about maybe my wife or whoever, but I cannot, even my cat cannot vote for George Weah. But thank you too. Whatever time you want to be in, it is his business. Like you were saying yesterday, I'm going to tell you a program yesterday. You won't carry for the third term is left with you. Okay? And people come to say because it's in the diaspora. You know what is the weight on people that are in the diaspora? You know what is happening? You know how many money? Talking about what is your contribution to war? You know how many money people spend on the daily basis that is US that is going into Liberia? You know how many money? That is a substantial contribution towards the economy of Liberia. You send your money, you go give it to your people in Liberia now. Where is the US that are going? It's going, or that percentage is going to the government. And what are they doing with it? No platform.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you so much. Continue your show.
The message is going across. We are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. We are not here for those that man have been made up. We are not here for people who man are fixed. Anything Josh Man and we are do, they want for everybody to be like them. We are not here for that. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Paris Square. Just 30 seconds. You have two callers from Liberia. The first man said the rate is 155. And your second caller from Nima County said the rate is 145. So what are the actual rates in Liberia? Those two callers claim to call from Liberia.
Thank you.
And now they are giving their...
Thank you. I'm not in Liberia. Why are you asking me? The first thing for you're not controlling prices. So anybody can, the rate is not something that, that everybody agree on. But before that, you see how Josh Manan Weah is, when we keep saying that this man is incompetent, you see some of the things? The people came out with a report indicting certain lawmaker. Look at this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Good morning, Mr. Kamara. My name is Jesse, calling from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I just want to respond to, I think, few guys that called.
You want to respond to two guys that call, or you want to make your suggestion, or if not?
I want to make my contribution, but at the same time, I want to respond to some negative thing I was saying here.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is that people are coming out saying that we can't blame this government for what's going on in Liberia. Listen, the reason why we have to vote the government in because we thought there was going to be a change. They talk about change.
But the change is there.
Yeah, but the thing is not the change that everyone was wishing for. It's
what the change you are wishing for?
People did not expect the key rate to go to 145. People don't expect the beggar rest to go to 2,000. People don't expect people to suffer the way they are suffering today. That's not the change people are advocating for. So my own thing is...
But it's not the change you are using. At the time you guys were using different things. You were using mosquito spray. Now the people bringing mosquito coil 2 for 25. Is that not a change?
No, listen to me, Abraham. Knowing that nobody will want to make a change in a negative direction. Knowing it.
Oh.
But it's all because people was ignorant. They didn't know what kind of change they were voting for. So this is what happened. And I know that people were saying their changes come in different forms. But what I want to tell you, Abraham, let me read it to the Bible. The Bible said when Noah was preaching that the war going to end when he was bathing the eye, and people were telling Noah that he's a drunkard, who told him that what the proof he get? And when God got ready, the rain fell on the only 8 people survived. So what I want to encourage you, Mr. Kamara, just do what you are doing. Let people cause you, let people criticize you. But one good thing that I know from the day of the election up to this present time, most thing that all of you guys said is what we are seeing right now. So your prophecy is coming to life, but people are just being ignorant.
Before September, we anticipate, based on my research, we anticipate for the rate to be 200.
I do believe that. Because if you calculate the time that the president became president, and up to this period of time, where it was and where it is now, if you do your calculation, you might be right of what you're saying.
Thank you, Chief.
Come on, understanding. But thank you so much for allowing me on your show.
Thank you. Let's take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was the second caller that just called, and then I just received a call that mentioned the U.S. rate. I want to tell that brother that let him know that the U.S. rate in Monrovia and that of Nima in the villages is not the same. He should know that if the U.S. rate is 150 in Monrovia, in the villages, it's come down. Like, if you can even have some people can even test out the U.S., they can even give it for 155, so many people because they are tested on having the U.S. dollars. So I want him to know that instead of him misunderstanding himself or confusing himself to say that we are two different colors, two different prices. No, the first person in Monrovia, other one in Gaza, the U.S. rate is not the same. If you go in other villages, it's not the same. It varies. So I want him to understand that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You see, when you have incompetent people with narrow mind, not just incompetent in any way, but with narrow mind, who don't know the rule of law. In less than 6 months, George Manenwia has violated the Constitution. In less than 6 months, the man has refused to declare his asset. Now, after the hold on for me, caller. After the so-called investigation, on the same platform we said that the justice minister cannot be the head of the team. Reason because he was, at that time, he was working with NOCA. He was the CEO and president of NOCA. So there's no way there will be conflict of interest. They put in all with the investigation. This president has refused to implement it. After the investigation came, the report came, the president submitted it to the national legislature. How ignorant can this president be? I thought you would take the report to the justice ministry because the executive are there to enforce the law. The lawmakers have already made a law that make corruption, nepotistic behavior, and that of cronyism to be a crime. How can you come again to submit the investigation report to the national legislature to make another law? That's a tactic. We told you that Samuel Johnson were giving $31,000 US from the same NOCA. What have you done? You guys say we must bring proof. Here is the check. Here is the check. See the check. See the check. But let me hold you. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Thank you. This is Jim Wrangler. I'm calling from Florida.
Quickly, Chief.
Thank you, man, Abraga. And this morning, I think your show is very important. The topic. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, the topic is very important. And, yeah, it is true that, those corruption attitude and our development need to be addressed. The issue of prosecution. And I welcome the investigation. But then I'm saddened by the action of the president, to not to take appropriate action in addressing this issue, especially people who are in this government and are involved in corrupt practices and what have you. I think the president needs to be firm.
The president is not firm. The man is encouraging corruption.
No. I don't want to go that route that he's encouraging because he got a lot of advice on him, So I think what we need to do is to pressurize him.
The people came up with the investigation. Look, this is just one of the check. The people came up with the investigation, my brother, honor our law. When you are finance minister, automatically you are member of the board of NOCA.
Absolutely.
At the end result, there is no way people giving you 32,000. And do you know that Alomiza, I got another report. Alomiza was giving at the time 40 some more thousand
Yeah, most of our lawmakers.
You know, the lawmaker. Then you take the report after you set out a committee. You take the report, Papa, and submit it to the national legislature.
That is why now we need to. That is why we need to pressurize them. Especially
when report came to Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf, executed and she took it to court. Can't justify.
No. Yeah, but I suppose I think we just need to keep the pressure on.
But my brother, this is not an evidence that I'm showing the world right now. Samuel Johnson is in the house. Look at the date, December. $31,000 was given to the man from Central Bank from Noka account. Still, the Labrampo will be talking to you. Still, they want us to bring proof. We'll be talking to you every day. Still, you want us to bring proof. Proof, you want us to bring it. When we get your proof, the first lady has just started constructing a mansion, a boarding building in Jamaica. Hello? Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hello?
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, this is Chris. I'm calling from Ohio.
Can you please reduce your receiver, please? We can take you. Look to this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hey, Eddie, how you doing?
Not bad, Chief.
Okay. So please don't cut me off because I have different view from you. I just saw you.
No, no, but you can first come on my show and say, please don't cut me off. If you are about to say something that is not in the interest of our people, then rest assured me I will cut you off.
Okay, so I want to say something to the proof you just put up there. The paper, the proof you say you got on the receipt or the check.
That's one of the checks that was given to Samuel Johnson.
Okay, look at the check. Look at the check you wrote up there just now.
What happened to it?
The person name is in black pen. The amount is written in blue pen.
Now me read it.
Hold on. It tells me that you guys fix something to put it up there, and you don't even know how to put it.
Look at it. Thank you, Chief.
Another thing is, you don't cut me off now.
No, I'm not cutting you off. You get your 2 minutes. Enjoy your 2 minutes.
Another thing is when you coming to accuse a person or you got evidence, your evidence should be clean. Let it be there. I don't think anybody who will have high money that I will do that kind of.
My brother, no matter what I put here, you will not still be convinced.
Brother, I'm just telling you. Not your mind. I live in America. Yeah, don't say your mind. I'm just telling you. When you putting information out there, like somebody said to you,
but the name, the reason why the check. No, listen. And you want me to explain it to you?
Yeah.
You see, Samuel Johnson name written in black pen. You see, Samuel Johnson's signature is in black pen, right?
Yeah.
You see the place the check came from. This check was issued by Noka. So you want Noka to write everything. You see the signature is in black, and also you see the 31,000 in blue, and the signature of the person who released the check is also in blue. What a contradiction.
The contradiction is if you're paying somebody, if I write in your check, I put your name on the check with the same pen I'm putting the figure.
It's not wrong.
It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
No.
If you use 2-3 different pens, that's a huge amount of money. It shows that
in Liberia we know.
You put up there.
You think you can go by law in Liberia?
So another thing I just want to tell you, say,
my brother, your 2 minutes almost finished. So go ahead.
Yeah, let me get my 2 minutes finished. Another thing I want to say on your show, I'm not particular about the information you're giving out there. I'm talking to some of your people who follow you over there, calling people limited. As soon as you object to anything they say, they call you limited. They are the so-called unlimited people.
I mean, I will not take that. I will not encourage you to insult my audience.
Show unlimited. As soon as you disagree and they say you're unlimited, you don't know nothing. They are the one who
so what I should encourage somebody to come and cause them because they say I am limited.
We are people there. You're seeing now we are moving people there, and it's sad because my
Thank
brother,
you, Chief.
If you wanna bring our show,
that the improvement, my man.
You have to.
Chicken feed, like the improvement, yeah? Chicken feed and mosquito coil Mosquito coil giving you brain cancer. Then you say that improvement. I don't know what wrong. I don't know what really wrong with us. We'll see the truth. We deviate from it. We'll see the truth and then we'll be diverting from the truth. We told you that this Emmanuel Shaw man, President Weah, you see now what have happened? Shaw took you to a country, took your government official for them to sign a loan. You now pass it. Look, the people are BM. The people waited for the loan to pass. They go now to go get the money. They say, look, we need a bond. The people target is Swallow Gizzy. The BM people call Eton financial loan. The people target is Swallow Gizzy, but they never told you from the beginning. At the end result, you know what happening? The people target is Swallow Gizzy. So you went. The people telling you, say, look, before we can send in the loan here, get all the money, we need 250 million bond. You see the strategy? You go to somebody to go credit money. And then they say they want bond in return, collateral. They want collateral. And at the end result, you know what happening? Now the collateral now, the people email are Wologizi. That Wologizi the email. But the people of Lofa Kante will resist you to the core. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the...
Good morning, AB. My name is Howard Cooper, calling from Lynn, Massachusetts, Boston.
How are you?
I always listen. Good, and you?
I'm trying to be good.
I always listen to your show, right?
Thank you.
I really feel bad about the Liberians. That when you guys talking about good thing in our country, they're making a lot of comments. You always stay on inside. You always stay on. They always stay on inside. As for all, we are not bossing. We're already here. We here. We want better thing for our country.
The mayor attend to dictator.
Yeah, we want better thing for our country. But I feel so bad when people tell you, say, you always stay on inside. We carry him for 2 years. We carry him for 14 years. You're lucky you carry him for 65 years.
The men have suspended all the radio station lesson that was issued in January.
Because they are afraid. When you against the government, you take with enemies for him. Every government, they criticize Ellie. They criticize Ellie. They say anyone this, anyone that. Now they empower less than 7 months. You ever what they want. When you send your money in Labrador, they steal your money. When they change you after 145, they will take it in the bank 130. Where the money going? We hear something, they're stealing our money. Thank you, Abu.
Thank you.
All right.
Look at this one. Caller, let me hold you right there. Let me hold you right there. I will come to you. I just want to address something. Okay. Janet Johnson. If you on the page, Janet Johnson. I'm calling your name 3 times. Janet Johnson. The statement you just made that John B, that good B, P. That statement, I am asking you to remove it now or else you will be black. I will not allow you to come here and insult any female like the way you guys are doing. I am keenly monitoring all of your comments. If you continue to insult women private part on my show, I will have you black. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the American Talk Show.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm calling from New Jersey, and it's just unfortunate that we have a society.
Quickly to the issue, Chief.
It's just unfortunate that we have a society like that we have in Liberia and the United States. For me, the George Weah drama that is unfolding is not surprising. When they're in Liberia where somebody will be elected,
it's not surprising.
It's not surprising.
Why?
Here's a guy who never participated in debate.
In debate,
right? In debate. Where in the world? Where in the world will anyone be elected without standing to convince the people what he's set to do? only in Liberia. And so anything that is unfolding in Liberia is not surprising to me at all. The people of Liberia set the stage for it, and they're going to deal with it. And so people who, and what is so sad about it is people who, we come to the United States with the hope of changing our lives and being able to reflect on where we come from. But it's just unfortunate that people live here like they still live in Liberia. The ability to really critique things is just poor. I don't know because of George Weah or because of personal interest. I don't really understand that. So look, continue doing what you're doing. And look, anyone who does good will always receive stiff opposition. That's just what it is.
Thank you.
So
love take this one. Caller, what is the name and where you're calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Kamara. My name is Francis Dura. I'm calling from Toronto.
Quickly, Chief.
How you doing, Mr. Kamara? Thank you very much. Thank you. Your topic is very interesting this morning. Let me commend you for it. Let me highly commend you for your hard work.
Thank you, Chief.
The problem about Liberia, the problem about Georgia, we expect this for you to see this because people bring someone in power. The person had no governmental experience. And the person had no government.
The man was senator before.
But Mr. Kamara, you go to political, if you do political science, to tap into another country economy, you need to have a solid connection with those people. We have a connection, but you only have a connection with the soccer arena. If you were the soccer side in Liberia or football minister, you would bear more help because you get idea how to do that. But the Liberian people never calculate all those things. So this man, I just 6 years, waste of 6 years. This one, I just waste of 6 years.
The brother have not even gone complete 1 year yet. Things are looking red.
Because the question, Mr. Kamara, these people have no good drafted plan that will move the country forward because people of political power, they were in power for 6 years. 6 years, and then 12 years, they were opposition for 12 years. The definition of opposition, that government is waiting. Those 12 years, people have no plan. How do we expect for the country to move forward? If you say the guys in the country open for business, you have to get a policy put in place that will attract investors to kind of country.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamara. I highly appreciate it. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. We are not going to be moved. Janet, that was just a warning. I am asking you to be civil. Don't insult anybody. Insult me. You want insult for me? You can insult me any way you want. But please, don't insult my audience. Or I am prepared to take the bullet. I am prepared to take the bullet. But I am not prepared to accept you insulting my audience. It can be whether they are seditious, whether they are who. This is across the board. I will not encourage anyone to cause any seditions murder on this show. You can curse me any way you want. But I know that cursing is in the DNA of some seditions. I repeat, insult are in some seditions DNA. The new curse that you don't want to know it. We are trying to help you guys. We are trying to help you guys for your life to improve. Where in the world someone will wake up in the morning, they don't even know what to do. They don't even have plan for the day. I'll take this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hey, Abraka, good morning. My name is George. I'm calling from Houston, Texas. Good
morning, Chief.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. On the line of the loan and the collateral, you know, I'm a businessman. We had the Liberia Club, then you know how it operates. Before you can't credit for all we need for somebody to stay in your bond. But we'll tell you before you take our money. So my question to you, if you have any information in that regards, is if at all, the 250 million that they're talking about now,
they never told them from the beginning.
Oh,
I am telling you what happened was, you see, what happened. Do you know Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? I guess you know Ellen, right?
Of course.
Do you know? Watch the clip of the inauguration. Watch the clip of the inauguration. There's a lady who was sitting behind Ellen.
Okay.
That's Sis Jenny. That Ellen's sister right there. One man, one pa. Sis Jenny. Sis Jenny having to be someone who married to Mr. Bernard. That didn't want having the Bonan Beach.
Yeah.
Very good. That Bernard is a counselor. He, along with the Minister of Finance, with Emmanuel Shaw, are the one that went to this company. Do you know that this company was struck out from doing business in Singapore because they have been dormant? Check, the records are here. Then they went to Japan. They went that this is their first target. So they went, they struck the deal. They never told them. Mr. Bernard, who having to be the legal advisor to President Weah, never disclosed this information to Weah, but allowed the president to put his head on a chopping board, instructed the lawmakers to pass the agreement. Then what we now see, when they went back, they going out because in 100 days, the money is supposed to be to central bank. Yeah. What happening? They have gone there. The people say, but we need a bond. You know, diplomatically, they call it bond.
Yeah.
You and myself, the scheming tactic, we call it collateral. So they say we need 250 million bond. In making sure that the money will be paid back. But this, the Atom Financial, their target is actually Wologizi.
But what I really want to find out is, were these guys then on the negotiation that were doing all of this? Because I think the what they call it, the public minister, he was on Costa show.
Man, that man is one of the crook.
You see, and I did.
He's a former senator.
Yeah, I told him.
Mambutu flying Yimpa.
Yes, the way he explained this loan, I was so impressed. The explanation he gave there. Were they not knowing? Were they not know that they have to put up bond? Then they come out, they tell that people, then everybody fall in love with it. The
first thing first, I want to ask you, and I'm telling my audience to do right now as we're talking. The company don't even have website.
Yeah.
The company don't have website.
Yeah. But you see, Kamara, let me tell you something. Kamara, let me tell you something. For me, whether the company, the only thing that I'm afraid of, I would say is that the company should not be a trust gang or whatever for money laundering. No. But whoever have money out there that want to loan Liberia, that we can develop Liberia, if the president can go for it, I don't care. You understand me? That will
development is good. I am not against loan, but I am against going to book off company, corrupt company, company that have different clandestine intent for our country. Those are the company I am against.
Okay, so in all of this, if at all this loan, the whole loan thing, if it come to failure, that will be when you say disaster, that will be a for Liberia. Because why all people have predicted for job we are, then people will say, oh, we told you. And the second point here I want to make here is about the whole,
you gone 4 minutes, but
oh, sorry, but you ease on my minute. Okay. The second thing I want to say here is about the whole U.S. rate here. The government of Liberia can't control the rate. Number one, the thing that they sort of do to make the rate come down, they are not implementing it. So why our rate will claim? If you say you will go to 400, me I will agree with you, because right now in Liberia, everybody just looking now for how in the world you have country that you having two currency. That is wrong. In America, they don't have two currency. No other country in the whole of Africa that I know of, for my 61-year-old man that using two currency. The government of Liberia, they can come off point blank and say we're using Liberian dollar. Period. If you want US dollar, go to the bank. I tell you, brother, upon we are. I tell you now because somebody I know a security people listen to the program and they know me. I tell them now, if they can go to the president, Mr. President, yeah, the thing that can kill all of the whole mess here now is one currency. Period. Let the lawmaker come out with one currency. I tell you, no lie, brother. From now to tomorrow, you'll see US dollar would drop. That's it.
Thank you.
That's plain. Thank you for taking my call. That's it.
Look, we are not here. We are here to beat senses in the head of those who don't understand what is happening in their own land. We are not here for the 1,000 men that CDC have. We are not here for them. We are here to educate the young people in the various counties. The message is going to the people. Joan Taylor said that they are time to eat. Any responsible VP around the world can make such a reckless statement. Moreover, now what time to eat? You sound like a monkey in my ear. You sound like a comedian telling us that your time to eat. After all. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Oh, thank you.
My brother, you got to speak to the phone. We are not getting you. We get tons of callers. If you are not prepared, so you can take another one.
I'm Eddie B. Johnson calling from Minnesota.
Quickly to the issue, Chief.
Okay. I was just yesterday listening to Smith's story show, and then he had one representative in studio from station number 11, and then he elaborated on the loan, the two loan that was done. But what I heard from him was that he told the country or the international world that they loan, the bond, are you talking about that the people want the bond before they give the loan? He said they have already put in measure in place, that is they have an account to one of the Liberian banks that they're going to be putting expenditure in there every bond for this loan. That's going to be the collateral for this loan. That's why he said on the show live yesterday.
That Liberia own a bank name to go sign on behalf of Liberia. Where in the world you not see that one or you not hear it? After government, a responsible government go to sign a loan, then coming back when the people want collateral, then you coming back, you say one of the Liberian bank, one of the bank there, not even LBDR, but one of the GT bank. Oh, LBDR.
You listen to Smith's story show yesterday?
I monitor that show very well.
You monitor the representative in studio. Now the representative was protection was who took over from Kibra Yinka. You representative. I don't know what his name, man. You listen to the conversation yesterday.
Prof. Richard Kuhn. His name is Richard Kuhn.
Yes. Oh, he explained everything about the loan, and I listening to him, and I listening to your show right now. What he's saying is quite different from what he explained, and he's
but you want for me and the lawmaker who have taken brown envelope to say the same thing?
Oh my God! I mean,
but you want me? You want me to agree? You want me to agree with people who taking bribe to the $1,000 bribe?
Oh, so why all he said yesterday to the Liberian people was all fallacy?
My brother, you can tell for yourself. Thank you.
Okay. I already understand my second point. My 2 minutes finish.
Who told you that? You just gone 2 minutes 45 seconds. But go ahead, I will give you 1 minute quickly.
Okay. People, I just want to tell you, man, I'm begging you, I hold your 2-4.
Don't hold my 2-4. I want walk. I want walk. Don't hold my 2-4.
The reason why I say that the Liberian way, man, when you talking, I beg you, don't abuse the president, don't abuse the first lady, the vice president.
My man, the vice president made reckless statement. That statement was reckless. That's not insult. I'm saying the statement she made, that what time to eat, has corrupted Charles Taylor and the other people government was at the time.
Okay, I just give you.
They never made such a statement. Okay, it's an advice.
Just a piece of advice.
Okay, I am not taking your advice. Thank you. I'm not taking it. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? I guess you are calling from Liberia.
Yes, I'm calling from Liberia.
Quickly, man, go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
My name is Nora Wisa Williams, and I want to say this to you. We are in Liberia, and you guys are all in Liberia. So if you guys will continue to castigate the government of Liberia like this year, then I am say regular thing on the air, it will be no good to us when you're in America pushing your hours and enjoying your life. And just say whatever you want.
But you just said you refuse to enjoy. But you refuse to enjoy.
No. Let me very clear. Then using 3 currencies in Liberia before even this government came to power. We never addressed.
So then why you can't face it? So why you can't face it? You say you're cleaning a mess. Your great Ellen Johnson selling 80%. Even yesterday, the president was telling Ellen Johnson selling thank you. Yes, sir. Ellen did well. So what the mess? What the mess? So that means the mess that you're seeing that you don't want brought in, right?
We don't want war. We were fixing, and people don't fight to
no, nobody talking about war.
I
am asking you. So the mess that is in your country.
But this government not used to spoil things to fix it. We will fix it in a very polite manner.
Oh, so that you don't want brought in. So that you don't want brought a mess.
Oh yes, we brought it. Yes, no problem.
No, we're not talking about war. I said the mess. The mess you say you're cleaning every day. So that you don't want brought a mess.
But then you stay there and say the vice president, she spoke like a monkey.
That was a reckless statement made by the vice president that we will eat. Or that what time to eat. What kind of responsible government will be making?
Your mother will born you and tell her, don't say this thing, you're saying something like a monkey. So it means that you're also a rude person. If you are saying Jenny rude, you're also rude.
The vice president make a reckless statement. That one hurting you?
You didn't say reckless. You said she spoke like a monkey. You can't say a monkey.
Yeah, that's a monkey statement.
So don't use a statement or
That's a monkey, junkie, and reckless statement.
And you yourself must be rude. And me, rudeness is also in your DNA.
Yeah, on the talk show, every high soul get high medicine. That you come on fire will get you fire.
It's also in your DNA.
Oh yeah. It's in my DNA because I learned it from the dictator, this president.
You are very rude. No, you didn't learn it for us. You didn't learn it for anybody. You learned it for Jenny, learned it for you, and you learned it for Jenny. So it means that you learned it for Jenny, Jenny learned it for you.
But the vice I'm not telling Jenny. I'm telling Jenny to not insult my audience. You can insult me. I'm telling Jenny to not insult the audience, but you can insult me, not the audience. That's what I'm saying. Is that not common sense? So like y'all one brought a mess. Oh, you left the line again? Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show. Here, when you bring fire, we'll get you fire.
Hello.
Every high hair soul get high hair medicine. Hello, ma. How you doing?
Hello.
Quickly to the Abraka Show.
Amen. Thank you. Anyways, I just want to say one or two things.
What is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Nancy Anderson and I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Quickly.
Anyways, some people call the show and they say that we should respect, we should, not curse the president. We shouldn't insult the president. The president in Liberia there, he breaking our rules, our regulations. He breaking the law of the country. He breaking the rules. Our forefathers, you hear me? For since those laws been in place, he breaking the rule. They said declare your assets. He refused. He refused to declare his assets. Okay. When he got in,
you expect corrupt and broke person to declare assets?
Exactly.
You really think so?
He refused. That alone, that disobedience right there to the country. That disobedience. Everybody talking. Say, okay, president, declare your assets. We need you to declare your assets. And he refusing. That disobedience to the Constitution. That disobedience to the law of Liberia. Then you're coming on the show, you're telling people, say, oh, the president, you're causing the president, you're causing the vice president. Who cares that you're in Liberia? That's why you will stay in a dirty country and die. That's why you will stay there and die in a dirty country. Because you're sorry for your life. You're sorry for yourself. We talking for you. You get a man to call the show and say, oh, he called, he said the woman is a dog. Yeah, so what? So what? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You got more coming. You got more coming. It will not rest. And the war chronicle and the economic chronicle will be established in Liberia. And on that speed, they will face the law. They will face the law. The hard way. It will come in for you. And
Thank
will
you.
not back down. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Look to this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Abraham, this is Cindy. I'm calling from Georgia. How are you today?
Yasini, how are you doing, my sister?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I wanted to catch you before you go off. Let me just say thank you so much for what you do. Like the gentleman, I think he was from Minnesota, said, in history, if you understand, somebody wanted to kill, a black person wanted to kill Martin Luther King, stabbing in the chest, but he did not die. And because of him, we're here today. We have the opportunity, our children have the opportunity to experience what we're experiencing. And those are the same things that they were fighting for our country. I think what these rogues did was that they made the president promise and pull all of these things and have people really happy about things. And to come out with some kind of scam, like you rightfully said, we have documentation that would be spread on Thursday on the Afatika show. We already, and the gentleman I spoke earlier about check. You see, one thing we did, most of us left the country and came to the States, but we never assimilated. We never learned. We still live in Liberia. Some of us still live in Calcutta and all of that. And I like to say to the Liberian people, I hear people on your show saying you're from Guinea, you're from there. Listen, some of us are 4th and 5th and 10th generation Liberians. Everybody came from somewhere. Madingo, Gravo, Basso, Crown, Crew, Congo, wherever, from Sierra Leone, from Guinea, from Mali, from Guinea, from Ivory Coast. All of us came from somewhere. We are Liberians. No one has the right to tell anyone who is more Liberian. And the young lady that just spoke, let me make her clear to her. We as Liberians who left because of the war, because of people like Emmanuel Short, because of people like Charles Bright, because of people like the Prince Johnson, because of all of these people, the Ellen Johnson Salibu is the mastermind behind the war. We left to live, to be able to come again. And we did not leave our country because we're performing our civic duty. We are pumping into the economy of Liberia between 350 million to 500 million, which is more than what the country itself produces every year. So for someone to come and say you're studying in America, we're studying in America, we know better. We are not
send more. We in America send more money to Liberia than any other country.
Exactly. And in that light, we have the right to speak because we are doing our civic duty. Besides, the last attack, when you had the Ebola, you were crying. When you had the war, you were crying. America had to galvanize the international community, the ECOWAS, to put money into the UN. Is actually America. Don't get that. Because America pays almost all of the fees for that. So UN is America. Send it to us to help us to keep some of us alive to be able to live. In the Ebola, we galvanize for America.
Let me hold you on the line right there. Don't go off. I will take this caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Nancy. I'm calling from Liberia.
Quickly. When you say Liberia, what part of Liberia now?
He sought our vice president. That's what I am saying. Don't use any obscene language on our vice president. She's now a monkey, and she don't speak like a monkey.
I said the statement was a monkey statement.
Could be mad, but you don't insult them. And because you are a Liberian, you are already saying you are a Liberian. So I accept it. But if you say anything, you are in America.
You want them a citizenship, you can take it.
American people will do the same thing to you because you already count yourself to be a slave and a donkey. You think we're suffering here, we go to work on time and come from there, we get our pay.
No, you're not suffering. You're enjoying. You see mosquito call, you're enjoying.
You know different from us. So what's the difference?
No, there's no difference.
Come on, you said you left the country and never came back to this country. Even when Henry was president, you never came back to this country one day. You stayed there and just talk because you see on the radio, you want to open your mouth to talk. If you want to talk, come back. You want to say as a representative to make some decisions in this country, come back home and you said, You go to America, you didn't go to school there. Come back if you save the society to work. Come and help this government. Why you say that and castigate us?
You finish because I want to address you. You asking me some question, I want to address it. You see, you going off. Just know that I'm not taking you again, yeah? Just know that I'm not taking you again. My sister, go ahead.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at Abraham. I see if Joseph Nimlin, who is saying if he was in America, he would put a bullet. These are the kind of, this is the environment that Liberia has cultivated, where you have young people, instead of thinking competitively, instead of working out to be lawyers and doctors, and
I wanted to tell her the differences. Some of the differences is, for me, I don't use mosquito coils. And you see mosquito coil. Very soon, you'll soon be diagnosed with brain cancer. But yeah,
and that's what we're saying. So I heard a man call yesterday and said, Prophet Keith and myself, we are trying to bring destruction to Nima County. Let me say this to all of you. Now you have problem with Nimbadians, but when we are needed to win the election, he did not have problem walking from place to place in Nima County. When we talk, we need to tell the story from its beginning. Just like Abraham, you rightfully said, in 1980, when we killed the 13 people, we didn't think about them as part of Liberia. We didn't think they have children. We didn't think they have wives. We didn't think they have fathers. Okay? We gave those the mentor that you gave into, and we are today, to kill people in the night, to put men out of their home, to sleep with their wives. We gave him right to go on LU campus to kill our brothers and sisters and beat them any way he wanted to. We gave him right to go into the mountains of Nima County and collect everybody that was there, whether it was Nevada or not, and throw them in the valley. 300 of them. We gave him right to send people to Lutheran compound to kill over 600 people. And you talk about what? But before we talk, we need to ask, what was the cost? Okay? How did we get here? We need to visit history. And you guys don't want to talk about history because it is blank, because it's bad, because it's structural. I mean, it's bad for all of us. But we need to look and walk back into history so we can be able to do better. Because if you don't, a man who does not remember history is doomed to repeat that. And we're repeating that. You got George Weah, you elected him. This man never told you what he would do. I see somebody saying, say policy. Where is the policy? We're just to see the agenda. But that particular loan is fraud. The people behind it are scammers. Somebody like what his name? Emmanuel Shaw, a rogue, a killer, a financier of the war. That's a bright. You have a president where you have close to 1 million of his population, which is his next generation of leadership. He's not going to school, but he gets on a plane fare, maybe $200,000+ to go watch a football team. That's he does not prioritize. You got the country. The money will now $100, $200, $150 per dollar. Okay?
Thank you.
We voted for him. The people voted for him, Abraham, because they wanted change. They wanted better life. And he needs to deliver. If he can't deliver, he better get himself out. So nobody is asking for war. We gave him 6 years, and 6 years, that's it.
Okay.
If he delivers, we'll give him more years. If he does not deliver, we, the people, will vote him out. Nobody asking for war.
Okay. All right. Yesterday we have one of the educators in studio just arrived. And I will be taking him. This guy was the Secretary General for the CDC. He was the CDC Secretary General. He is our guest this morning. So I hope you stand by to listen.
Yes, sir. I will stand by. Yeah.
Caller, let me say that we will give our audience time to call in. We have a guest. He is Lauman Yonton, an educator. This man served as Secretary General. And in time past, Lauman Yonton disagreed on many occasions with the standard bearer of the CDC. And so, this before we can have Lauman to speak out on the issue, we have this clip for you to
announce this assembly. Madam Shirley needs to know those that belong beyond rusted iron bar are the following individual: Robert Shirley for breaking down Noka. Robert Shirley is a proven criminal that presided over the nation web Noka and destroyed it. There are 60 other reports. Those individuals that exploited state corpus are roaming free, enjoying themselves, opening business Madam Saliba said, Madam Saliba.
Honorable Laumai Nyonton, good morning. Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to share light on pressing national issues, especially when it comes to education.
So what's the take? What bring you here this morning?
Well, basically based on the invitation extended me to talk about, to x-ray the educational sector as it is. As a matter of fact, as you know, the Ministry of Education has...
But before that, our audience would like to know who is Laumai Nyonton. It is better for you to explain to us who you are and what have you done, and so that our audience can know that not just anyone just from downtown Philly that just been invited in the studio to just talk on any issue.
Well, the name remains Laumai Nyonton. Quite sure that is not a very strange name. It's a familiar name within the class of intelligentsia and across the political landscape. I hail from Sino County, and as a Liberian, I went to school extensively in Liberia, graduating from the Calvary Mission Academy, matriculating to the African Methodist Episcopal University, where I obtained a Bachelor's of Business Administration degree in management. And then I moved over to the U.S. and continued that sojourn educationally, pursuing a degree, a Master's of Science in Business degree from Lincoln University. As a matter of fact, Lincoln is the historical black university. I'm currently a candidate for
PhD.
my PhD fellowship. Hopefully, with the grace of God, we can have the energy and the wisdom to go through that.
What
process.
about our educational sector in our country that make you to think that you want our audience to know? What is happening to it? What is it?
Well, first of all, let's look at the education sector from where we've come from. There have always been challenges facing the educational system. People would term it to be a messy educational system. Part of those challenges was as a result of the civil conflict, and it is incumbent on different policymakers and state actors to design and carve a national agenda, which have been ensuring over the years, and we'll look into that. To carve those agenda to ensure that we have a clear roadmap in terms of what we want to do and how we address those problems. But the educational system, or the sector itself, has always been endowed with a lot of challenges, ranging from corruption in schools, the inadequacy of teachers, ensuring that we end this whole idea of sexual grade, and even at the very Ministry of Education, ensuring that there is a serious, robust restructuring process that reflects competence as well as commitment to
the president said he was bringing 6,000 teachers from Nigeria, expert teachers to help. But we rejected that. We said that was not a good move. And the 6,000 teachers, were not able to come. So do you think that the move by the president asking Nigeria also facing similar issue, asking Nigeria to give us 6,000 teachers, do you think that was a good move?
Well, I think that was a short-term fix to the broader picture, the broader problem that the educational system faces. And that was an immediate move by the president. But I think it goes beyond requesting through bilateral relationship any government or any country within the West African sub-region to assist with teachers. We can work with partners. I've seen through the UC robust teacher training programs that were carried out at KTTI and other teachers training institutions across Liberia between 2012 and 2016. I think the government will just have to realign with those partners, whether it is the UC or whether it is the Swedish government that have been providing resources, donor funding to help train our teachers, as opposed to borrowing 6,000 teachers, because it really doesn't solve the problem in the long term. These teachers will come, they will get paid, they will fill the void for a short period of time, and then when they leave, we're still going to face the same problem of inadequacy of trained teachers or qualified teachers in the classroom. So the educational system needs a real robust strategy, and we welcome the latest development coming from the leadership at the Ministry of Education, headed by Professor Sonin. The summit, the 2018 summit, was a step in a very positive direction, and I think it laid the basis.
So in short, you are telling me that this government is on a right path when it comes to education?
Well, I think when it comes to education, we're beginning to see a robust strategy. Like, take for example, the idea of the government pronouncement, right, to ensure that people who are taking WISE, the national exam, at the level of 12th grade, repeat their classes.
So then what happened when they pass?
Repeat their classes when they fail, right? It makes a lot of sense, because the question is, where does reform start? A lot of people have been arguing that this is not a step in the right direction. Our schools don't have laboratories, or there is not a single public library as we know. The textbooks are all outdated, needs to be brought to date. Curriculum has not been harmonized in a certain way. We acknowledge all of the problems, but all of the problems cannot logically be solved at the same time. And this is why when people engage in policy formulation, they go through what they call SWOT analysis. So they have a clearing picture of what the problem is, and derive at different steps through which they can solve those problems. So you need to have an action plan, and I think the Ministry of Education, with its current leadership right now, have been doing exceedingly great in developing an action plan.
My question is, what happened? You're saying that when someone fail in wax, and wire, whatever they call it now, when they fail, they should repeat 12th grade.
Sure.
And so my thing is, there are clever people that are always failing in public tests. That does not in no way mean that they don't. Well, let's get that clear. The second thing is, well, we know that WAS is comprised of various courses or various subjects. There are some of us that are not good in English, but are good in physics. When you say failing, that means most of the subject they fail in it. But one or two they pass. So that does not in no way qualify them to go to college. Don't you think you are denied that because it is the school that make you to go and be prepared for the WAS? So that means you have been doing well in the school and you are prepared to go. But my question to you, what happened when I pass? Is that going to be a gateway to university?
Well,
where there will be no entrance?
Well, as it stands today, people who pass national exam go to college, and it is by will. But let me just bring you back to my own analysis on that proclamation. First of all, we have always had a testing and evaluation methodology, historically, traditionally, that has been used across our school system, the educational system. And that's why you find someone as low as first grade. When we were in school, we did quizzes, we did different assignments, we took tests, final exams to move on. So we've always been tested by that. That is not a strange phenomenon here for 12th grade to take national exam and the performance be based on scores, because schools have always measured performance over time. That's the first thing. The second thing is that this brings into context that whole cycle of trust and credibility and responsibility among all actors within the educational sector, whether it is on the part of the students who have responsibility to study and prepare for national exam, or whether it is on the part of the parents who have to be very active in the lives of the children and their education to ensure that they devise means where they can build that cycle of trust and cooperation among teachers and administrators to ensure that the educational system is moving forward, that they are advocating for new and structural changes within the system, or whether it is on the part of the government itself to ensure that while we are holding students accountable on one hand, we should also be able to divide means through which we are held accountable. All right? That if there is no laboratory in schools, it should be by now amended in the 21st century that schools that are operating with all laboratories and libraries must be shut down. Look, we have to mandate these schools to do it. And that's why we come back to the issue of reform, a robust strategy that help us set up a clear agenda to achieve these things over a period of time as we move along.
Your rating of this government?
Well, I cannot rate the government in its totality, but when it comes to education, I think the government is doing exceedingly well through the current leadership and the structure there.
Yesterday, they suspended all lessons that have been issued since January. Are they afraid?
Afraid of what?
The Punch FM coming on.
Like Punch FM is nothing. It's just one radio station that would be registered.
The Abraka talk show thinking about opening the Brancham Library. Is that what they are afraid?
I mean, laws and policies are made to protect the state. And people, citizens within any given
to protect the state?
Citizens within, yeah, to protect the state. The safeguard.
Is that in any way in line of a protection?
Well, listen, I read the press statement, right? And the last phrase in this, or the last sentence in that press statement, talk about pluralistic media. All right, it shows that we have moved a step further when it comes to the issue of freedom of speech and everything. I'm not in defense of the government whatsoever, but I think it is the right of any government to review different policies consistent with its own agenda. So if the government is asking for a review of the different license and policies, it is not targeting a particular. In fact, Punch FM is a proposed media institution.
They are already. No, it's not proposed. They have frequency assigned.
They have not been licensed.
Yeah, but how they get frequency?
I mean, you go through the different stages.
Right?
Yes.
So, right now, they are in a stage of almost opening. And then the government, have you read the statement from Patrick Horner to the president?
Well, I read I think Patrick Horner jumped the boat. And I could open a radio station. Like a broadcast talk show wants to open a radio station back home. You have to go through the process, and he needs to give the process a chance.
I agree. The process is going through. But do you think this government, with what they're saying, coming out with funny statement and stuff, even the Airtel loan agreement, is that in the interest of our family? You are a manager. The agreement.
I know that there has been.
I know you are a realist and you love the Liberian people. That is one of the reasons you. That is one of the reasons you left the CDC.
I will not.
Because they were taking the path that was not in the interest of our people. And coming here today, they kind of statement.
I will not. No, listen. Let me be clear, right? I support 100% every action that has been taken so far.
But this government,
with the leadership at the Ministry of Education, which is the central subject that we're discussing. On other issues, yes, you know that I've been very vocal when it comes to not just criticizing, but providing way forward as it relates to the safeguarding of the state. Like many others have had particular issue about the way and manner to which the billions that or over a little over $1 billion worth of loan was secured. I think the procedure that was used, the methodology that was used, consistent with those institutions and their history, raises red flag.
Let me say, Yasini, you can call now, or our caller can call, and you can ask Lauma a question. You want to make an input, you are allowed to call on the Abraka Talk Show. The number on the screen is 215-578-1050. And the second number is 651-334-4 497. You can call now or forever hold your peace. This is the Abraka Talk Show. Yasini, you can keep your call coming in, and then whosoever want to call, you can call. We have former Secretary General of the CDC in studio, in presence of Lao Maranyonto. He is a pundit, a writer, and a good. Let's take this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from?
This is Beverly calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Quickly to the issue, man.
First of all, I just want to call because I'm a seditian, but I've been reading the comments from Christopher because towards Yasini. We may not be on the same team, but we can disagree to agree without their respecting somebody, without switching to the person or making people to look at the person different or any other way to put their life in danger, because you don't know what people's mindset are. So you cannot say something negative towards, especially a female, because African men not used to women being in politics. And for the failure of so many years, what put some females in politics today, because we got to stand up, because you cannot be afraid. I'm a seditian, but it doesn't give me the right, if somebody speak of that opinion of what they expect to happen, if it's not happening, and it's give you the right to threaten them. If you're doing something right, you think y'all will be on the show here today criticizing that person, we are do the right thing, and then when y'all come and criticize other people, even people that was not on his team, would say, but AB, at least he's trying. But he been in office for 5 months now. He have done other things that he didn't put the people first, but he put a priority first.
Thank you.
We should speak out. We shouldn't be afraid. We shouldn't be blind loyalists. I love Opo to death, but I love Liberia first.
Thank you.
We need to stop that.
Is it Yasini?
This is Yasini, AB. How are you?
Good. Quickly to the issue. You have time. You want to elaborate on specific issue, you have a time.
Yes, I like to. Thank you so much. And thank you to the young lady that just spoke on the show. I see there is, I'm not going to call you a gentleman, somebody who is, I think, deficient or has some sort of developmental issues going on with him, okay? I need to understand that I've been an advocate since I was 13 years old. He may not have had the opportunity to experience me. He's not going to silence me. I have never taught or encouraged anything about assassinating or killing anybody. It is not in my nature. I grew up in the United States here. I have no mother or father to tell me how to live my life. But I've led a very decent life. I am a strong community organizer. I volunteer for the Democratic Party. I actually running campaign for some of our judges here. So he's not somebody to try to tarnish my reputation. Listen, I think if we are doing what is right, we will vote for him the second time. But if he does not do the Liberian people job, we will vote him out. That is our constitutional right. According to the Constitution, Article 1, it says all power is inherent in the people, and the people have the right to ask whoever the leader is, if they disagree with them, to vote them out, to ask them to step down. I'm not a violent person. Neither are you, AB, like they're saying, because they come on these shows and talk trash. Two, I want to ask the gentleman in studio. When did we do a need assessment as to what is needed in the country? And how do we go around the country to make this assessment to see where we can go out to get help within the country first? What we needed to get our school system in order, instead of bringing Nigeria or Nigerians who are also deficient and struggling the same exact way. When do we realize it, or when do we do the need assessment for us to say we're bringing 6,000 or 600, however, teachers? I'm saying this to say that we have teachers who have not gotten paid for money, who, number one, are underpaid and do not see the importance of themselves within the society as nurture of the society. When do we realize it, and when was the assessment done before we decided to go to Nigeria?
Quickly.
All right, thank you.
Let's take some call because we have tons of caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hello.
Quickly, can you please reduce your volume of your receiver, please?
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Hello, are you hearing me?
My brother, you have time. We don't have no time to waste. You have your time.
Okay, by way of introduction, my name is Cedric H. Babadi. I'm just trying to provide you with my own, let's say, contribution towards the show.
Quickly.
My main reason of... Hello?
Quickly, you have your time.
Okay, my main reason of calling is why it's true that we all try to make sure that this government portray a good behavior. And I was happy when you said that you don't want to insult on this show. But I'm very, very disappointed when you as a host is trying to insult or sitting president or vice president. I think it is unfair to us.
Let me hold you right there. Let me hold you. I said that.
Let me conclude. I'm not here to argue. I'm here. I want you to portray a good behavior, and that will give your audience the opportunity to also portray a good behavior. That's why I enjoy this. That's the gentleman in studio. When you go to school, you will know when to talk and how to talk.
Thank you. Don't take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show. Are you going to reduce your receiver? Okay. What I told that young man is that you can insult myself, but you can't insult the audience. Someone texting and insulting someone else's mother. Then he said I insulted the vice president. The statement the vice president made saying that they are time to eat, that statement was reckless statement. That statement was reckless. And what I said, a responsible vice president would not make such a statement. I said judgment and we are corrupt. And there's no way if and unit about that. Love to this one, then we'll go to you, Lauma. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Yes, hello?
Can you reduce your receiver, please?
Yes, I reduced my receiver.
Quickly to the issue. You have 1 minute.
You are not being fair, man. You give someone 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes, and you continue to hold other people online, express your feelings when other people speaking. So if you give everybody 2 minutes, you give everybody 2 minutes across the board.
My brother,
so I just want to make a correction. Right now. No problem. I just want to make a correction that you said about the company from Burkina Faso. The young man who owns a company from Burkina Faso inherited a company from his father. He did not work with Blaise Compaoré.
The man was the logistic officer for Blaise Compaoré.
Yeah, but that does not mean that the Iboma company is inherited by the father of that particular family.
What was the financial strength at the time of that company when he inherited it?
The man was already a billionaire before his father died. The father was already a billionaire. He had his
and
money.
Then he went and started supplying arm and ammunition to Charles Taylor.
That is an allegation that I don't have proof of.
But I am telling you, this man was the logistic officer to Blaise Compaoré.
Whether he provided arms for Charles Taylor, I don't have proof of that, so I cannot speak on that. There are a lot of people around the world, including the United States of America, who are giving arms to terrorists in Syria. Nobody is speaking of that.
Thank you. I'm not speaking about Syria. I'm talking about my country.
Okay, thank you very much.
Lama, to the issue. You listen to most of our callers. What's your take?
Well, first of all, let me respond to Yasidin. I think the question was more about asking about the kind of need assessment we've done. There are fewer laws and policies on books as we speak to the reflective of the different goals and objectives that the educational sector wants to achieve. In 2011, I'm sure out of a serious need assessment and analysis on the educational system, Liberia produced the new Educational Reform Act of 2011. And that Act, provisions within that Act clearly state where they want to see, they did a sector analysis and what they want to see there. One of the things they talked about was the decentralization of the educational system, was to ensure that there is a restructuring process.
That means Honor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter on which.
No. I just want to know. You know.
So if we have to address the problem of education in Liberia, I think we have to address it holistically and not reflective in a way that it reflects this regime versus that regime. Because I think one of the fundamental problems we've had in Liberia is that if a particular regime comes to power, after they leave, all of the good work immediately get erased because new ideas, a new agenda supersede all of the good work that have been done. We have to treat education as education and not as politics. And that's the only way we can advance the sector. So yes, I said there have been a lot of different needs assessment, sector-based analysis on the educational sector. And I can also refer you to the educational sector plan, which is projected up to 2020. I think that has been revised up to 2021. So these are different policies, different ways that we can address the problem. I think the problem is not what we write on paper at the moment, it's how to implement what we write on paper. And as a result of capacity gap within the sector, we also have to address those capacity gaps. From those at the top who are the leaders of and forerunners of those policies, to those even in the classroom standing before the next generation of leaders. We have to address capacity issue. We have to tackle corruption in the educational system. We have to ensure that our curriculum is harmonized. Our curriculum can be reformed. And these measures that are coming right now from the Ministry of Education, those are robust measures, all right? We need to have our students that have been lacking for so long active with schoolwork. So if the Ministry of Education comes out and says, look, official school hours in Liberia is from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I don't see any reason we should argue about that, all right? First of all, people are arguing that what the room it gives for afternoon school hours. Historically, if you look at the history of the sector, Liberia, the educational system did not evolve with afternoon school or night school. It was as a result of the Civil War and as a means of addressing, people who have exceeded formal school-going ages at the time as a result of the Civil War to have room to be able to go back to school. It's been long years after the civil conflict. I think we can go back to a normal point where we can begin to project the educational system in a way that reflects the collectiveness of everyone and in a way that says that the government is now ready to make education a serious priority in Liberia.
Thank you. Yesini, you there? Hello, Yesini, you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
You listen to Lauman respond.
Okay, yeah, I am listening. I'm listening.
Okay. So he have answered your question. Not
really.
Okay.
I think my other stuff is delayed. I can do a quick follow up, and not a dialogue, but a quick follow up on that. I'm here.
Go ahead.
I'm here. Can you hear? Okay. Lama, here is my thing. Okay. My brother was part of the last government, just like we are what. Okay. And we know there are a lot of policies on the book and procedures on the book that have not been followed over the years. Okay. Nigerians have the British system. We have, to some degree, the American system. And this is fairly...
Yesini, let me you right there and take this call.
Okay.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, Ibrahim, how you doing? This is Alexander Yala calling from Eastern Pennsylvania.
Quickly, Chief.
Yeah, let me first of all extend my greetings to your guest in studio, my little brother Lamra.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I want to respectfully disagree with the statement you just made in regards to the incorporation of afternoon school in Liberia as a result of the Civil War. I think that information is kind of a misgiving. Afternoon school has always been part of the Liberia school system, even before some of us were born. So to come and say the room for afternoon school was derived as a result of the Civil War. I think that's actually wrong, and that's also misinformation for our people. Obviously, I just thought to call in. I've been listening to you guys and to just make that clarity. But I think he's making a lot of good points that previous government policies that has to do with good projects and other stuff should not be erased, because while other people come in, they think they can change everything overnight. That's wrong. And I think that's one thing that's been happening in our governing system in our country, and I agree with him on that 100%. Once John Brown leaves, when Paul comes in, Paul has to evaluate everything that was left there by John Brown and pick up the good one and pick up the and continue with them. And what he thinks he can change that has not been working for the people, he can change that. But like Lamora said, all our governments, they come in, they just erase stuff. In fact, they go to the extent they break down infrastructures that were constructed by other governments. Those things are wrong, and it just keeps us, digressing. And we make use taxpayers' money because why it was not me, since it's my time now, so I got to do something. And when I leave, I do not complete mine. And you come in, it's their time now. You erase mine and move on. And at the end of the day, we got nothing to point to as historical. Thank you for your time, and that's what I call in for.
All right. Thank you. Look at this one. I hope you're taking note. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to
it's so mean the phone dropped. It's so mean. I didn't finish my talk.
Okay.
So should I go ahead with my talk?
Yeah,
now?
go ahead now.
Okay.
We have,
so like I was saying to the gentleman in the studio, and I didn't have the opportunity. Sorry for me being rude, to say thank you to just appear to actually try to answer some of our questions. I know we can't answer all because this is again we're starting up. But here was my question to you. Nigeria has a British system. We have an American system to some degree. And there are reasons in which American schools go to school from certain time to certain time. We have school in certain radius of in certain communities. Okay, no school is more than 15 minutes away from each community, and there are buses to pick up the kids, or there's some means of transportation. I was just in Liberia. A 30-minute drive would take you 3 to 4 hours at this point. So if the kids get to school at 8 o'clock, and I went to school, elementary, both high school in Liberia, if the government is going to make provision for these kids to be able to get to school on time and get home on time, to have time to be able to study and be children that they're supposed to be, when we build schools within the community and within certain radius before these new rules take place, or would it still be the same old rules? Now, the first question I asked is how do we do, because it was really early on when the president went to Nigeria and made the request. How did we arrive at that assessment? There are over millions of Liberians in the diaspora, some who are retired professors and teachers in school, who understands our culture and all of that. How about stop for a second and look back and say, let's appeal to these people, let's ask them, even on voluntary basis, or we can't afford to pay them what their living condition are, but let's negotiate and see, because they understand our culture. Because classroom academics is not just knowledge based, it's also social, enlightenment, and culture is a huge part of that. So if we are mixing up our culture, how can a Nigerian or a work person adapt or more, or can our children relate more to them? How do they understand us? How do we arrive at it? So I know I put a buck of questions. Okay. But my main, if besides the assessment, are we going to have school in certain radius that will enable these kids to be effective and efficient?
Thank you. Love to this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yes, AB, this is Christopher Tabasi. I'm calling from Fargo, North Dakota.
Christopher, quickly, Chief.
Yeah, AB, if you can please give me like 3 to 4 minutes, I want to speak on something.
It depends on how you start. If you start with good one, then we'll know whether to increase or not.
First of all, I want to say thank you to our dear studio guest this morning for having the opportunity to come on the show. But what I want to speak on here this morning is, even though my sister Hawa is insulting me, writing so many things online over there, she doesn't even know me, she doesn't even know my background and all these things. So every like I've been saying, I'm from Nima County. All right, and if you go to the history of Nima County and the body politics of Nima, we have always had
several problems within our country.
My man, you going personal. They want the money na education thing we're talking.
Yes.
We're talking about how the papa taking the Eton loan and thing. Now why you want me to give you 4 minutes for personal for personal attack?
No, it's not personal. Please don't interrupt me for
okay,
2 minutes.
30 seconds.
Please. All right, AB, let me tell you something, right? Nima County, we have an ugly past when it comes to Liberian politics. Yesterday, you know, some accuse people of being tribal or all these things. No, I'm not tribal. I'm just saying for historical reasons. I'm just laying down the primacy. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, it was Nima County versus Samuel Doe or wherever. That's fact. Today, I've seen people like Prophet Key. He's from Nima. I've seen somebody like Yasin. He's from Nima.
Thank you.
Somebody like
you was the same.
From Nima.
You are the one caller yesterday to Baski. Okay, quickly.
Baby, I'm just saying that, look, the current or Nima needs to stop what it's doing. It's better to criticize the president on issues than to threaten the president's life. The people like Prophet Key, they coming here and threatening president's life. They're not doing the country of good. They're not doing us good. Because tomorrow we all will be local ugly. And I'm saying people like Yasini need to start supporting people like Prophet Key and other people like Priscilla here.
Why you can come and you scared?
Yasini is a public figure in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, you know, so for her to be supporting these guys is wrong and it's unacceptable.
She's supporting justice. You to come on her knee. Thank you. Love to this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show. We don't have no more time. Quickly.
Sheldon calling from Connecticut. I'd just like to respond to what the guest asked the guest in your studio there. The thing about it, the president in his inaugural speech and his speech to the House, he asked Liberian in the diaspora to come home, who are professional to come home
to help
rebuild the country, to help rebuild the country. I don't know where she come from, and she's saying they want special invitation. He's not going to reach out for special invitation. He's going to call on.
But when you now start calling on enemy of the state, you don't think we need.
It's because you people who are saying real negative, nasty thing about our country. I'm not talking about
okay.
Negative things about our country. That's what the president is saying.
Thank you, Chief.
You know?
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Rose. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Rose, quickly.
Okay. Yeah, Christopher, first of all, I would like to say thank you for the show. And I will tell you guys, you shouldn't be afraid. You should speak. Because only a dumb country, only a country that 100 years backward cannot have people like you. Every country, every government must have opposition and criticism. So people that come up here and stand against you and threaten your life, they are 100 years backward and they are dumb and they are ignorant fools.
They are dumb and doomed.
Yes, we all stood against Ellen government. We criticized Ellen government. Now, the Christopher guy that just left your show, right? She's threatening my life too. She's threatening me that when I go Liberia, I will be killed. She's threatening me that she will call immigration on me to deport me. Can't you work in the American police? Christopher, you work in the security sector, the private security sector. You have wasted 20 years in America without doing anything for your life. Now, from one faithful life to another, fighting to get attention from we are so you can go and work in the Liberian government. That is not what we're fighting for. We're fighting for those children that selling fish and chicken and pepper on the street for them to get good life. We're fighting for our people to get jobs. And now those of you that are talking about what you have done for Liberia, let me just tell you.
Quickly now.
Yeah, I will soon leave. If you still have that low thinking that giving people rights and giving our people little things and help, no. What we want for our people is for them to be able to provide for themselves, for them to be able to get their own food, to go and work and get their own money so they cannot be slaves under the two Liberians are working in the government and be slave begging them at the door. This is what we're fighting for. You can choose to remain dumb, you can choose to remain silent, and you can choose to kiss everything that we are doing.
Thank you.
We will not. So,
Thank you.
If I go Liberia, people will kill me without weapons. But I know you.
Thank you. We'll take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Quickly.
Hi, my name is Mona. I'm calling from the Twin City. How you doing?
Not bad, Chief. Quickly.
I wanted to say thank you for your show, and the main reason why I'm calling is to encourage you not to give up on the show, because right now we don't have anybody talking for anybody in Liberia. Everybody's singing a praise and worship song to the government. And the CDC people, every time people just say something that is fact, the first thing they tremor, they start to curse you, they start to threaten you. The point here is that the last time I listened to your show, we talked about we are living in the army barrack. Living in the barrack, the reason why it brought fear in me, every president that tried to live in the barrack, they become dictator from history, from any other country. Just think of a president who decided to reside in the barrack. He's not a military leader. He's a CIC, but he's not a military leader to say, okay, I live in the civilian life and go and live in the barrack.
After a few days, they make him an enemy of the state.
So the point, I'm just trying to tell you that people will curse you, people will do this. All the people are praise and worship people. Maybe they want you to be the Henry Costa who said that his son got to eat, so he's going to favor the government, going to join the government, all of that. But the point here is that when you take a cause, stand up for the cause.
Thank you.
Martin Luther King stood up for your cause. Nelson Mandela stood up for their cause. Stand up for your cause. One way or the other, you will be rewarded. Thank you.
Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? This seems to be our second to the last caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Jacob Cooper. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Quickly to the issue.
Yeah, thank you for this great discussion. You know, these are issues that are affecting our country, and I would like to say good morning to my friend and brother in studio. And the last time I checked, you know, there was an educational summit. You know, it was sometime I think last month in May. So this educational summit, I think that was a good beginning, and from that summit, there have been a lot of teachers. There have been things coming out. There have been new policies. You know, I noticed the other day they closed one school that was graduating senior students before the wire restart, and the education minister just went there and they found the people and closed the program. I think the people are coming up with strategies.
Reform,
Reform and to move our education system forward, but we still have challenges. The last time I was in Liberia in October, I visited a school in Bon County. They keeping students in school up to 2 o'clock. Their kids in school up to 2 o'clock. They don't have feeding. They don't have food to eat. They keep the students in school. We have a lot of challenges, you know. But I believe in this administration that they will do the right thing and they will set the educational system. They will put us back on the map. We have a lot of high school graduates over there are not still up to the task. You know?
Okay.
We need to invest in school. We need to invest in the education system, especially the science classes.
Okay,
the
Chief.
Science and math era.
All
we
right.
need to invest into the era and make sure we got more resources.
Thank you, Chief. We'll take this one from Norway. Caller from Norway, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Quickly to the issue, what is the name and what part of Norway you calling from?
My name is Beatrice. I'm calling from Oslo, Norway.
Okay, Oslo, Norway. Quickly to the issue.
Yeah. Yes, I'm listening to you. I'm calling from Oslo, Norway.
Go ahead. Go ahead now.
Yes, I just myself too. I supported this government.
So what happened?
But there's so many things going on, you know, that we don't like.
What is going on that you not like in Oslo, Norway? Tell me.
Yeah, because they say, I mean, that's what they say. We hearing that the government crediting a whole lot of money on Liberia, and then they're not doing what they're doing, and the vice president trying to start people, and she said they should join the CDC. I think it's too early now. We can just give this government at least 1 year. Let's see how things will go before we can start complaining, because I see people complaining too much.
You yourself, you not get people in abroad. They're not telling you what happening.
Yeah, I get my people there. I even have my house there. I want to move back home, but I see that it's too early to start complaining so much.
But you the same person just said. You the same person just said just now. You the same person just said the government doing something that the people not let. Then you coming back again and say too soon.
That one we hear that's also they say. So we're not in like where we ready going on. But I can see on Facebook and people say a whole lot of things. Sometimes I get angry too. And then I say negative things about the government.
Thank you,
I just see that let's just give them a chance and see what they can do.
How many chances will she give them? 2 years, 3 years?
He will want to be a one-term president.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yeah, let's just try and give him a chance.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't try, the next election, the people will vote him out.
Okay.
So we just have to give him a chance.
You yourself will go there to do your own part.
No, but I live in here in Norway now. I can go and visit. I live in here in Norway, but I go and visit. I will move back home.
Okay.
Move.
All right, Lama, we have a lot of calls. Some people telling you thank you. Some people, this is our final call for the day. Quickly to the issue.
Yeah, Abraham.
Good morning. This is Abraham.
Yeah, again, this is Alexander from Eastern Pennsylvania. I spoke previously. I just came back to...
you have 1 minute. Since you talk first, your second time you can't, like 1 minute.
Okay, no problem. Like one of the callers said, the summit the education ministry had in Calcutta was a very decent summit. The summit, I follow the summit. I think they got a very good projection.
Okay.
I know that the minister Sony said his only worry is where they're going to get money from to support all these kind of plans. But I think they came up with a very good analysis. They were able to let the librarian know how many teachers in the system, all that. But I heard something, and I hope it is, it just remain the librarian kind of rumors. It should not be something that is actually factual. That the ministry is thinking about asking students to go back to classroom, especially senior students who did not make the public test. I mean,
that's what Dean Sony said.
Okay, so I think Mr. Sony has to understand the complete economic system of the country, and besides that, the system, I know he wants to take the system by the horn, but you can't do that because first thing, I mean, I'm a psychologist by profession. Not everybody is good at passing public tests. So the art of repeating the public test is very, very logical, it's legal, but the art of going back to go back to school for 9 months again in 12th grade, that's wrong. Take, for example, here, Abraham. If Abraham, was in the 12th grade, at some cathedral, one of those schools, even G.W. Gibson, whatsoever, and you came up, with flying colors from your class, A or B or whatsoever the grade you passed, the school, say, yeah, you satisfactorily completed everything and you passed, but you took the public test and failed. You can't go back and go sit down in 12th grade again. It doesn't make sense. Number one, economically, it doesn't make sense.
But my question to the people is, if I pass in a WAS, I don't know how they call it, WAS or what, if I pass, what I stand to benefit? Are you going to give me we can't break the debate in that direction, because first of all, you need the fundamentals. You need to go to school. You need, high school is the fundamental. It's a trump card to, your other, excelling progresses and there's so much fun. So we should not reduce the debate to say, oh, if I pass, what are you going to offer? The country does not have any means to create any welfare system for anybody, unlike other countries. No, what I'm saying.
No, I got your point. Yeah, the point is very fine. It's like you want to create some incentive, and you want to incentivize that particular area so people can be encouraged to be like, oh, I have to pass. Because
so when I fail, I go back in a classroom.
Yeah,
someone I pass. Why you can't just give me free way to college instead of me going to go sit down for college entrance?
Exactly. So my point here is that something understand. I know he wants reform, and we all want to support reform. But you can't be radical in starting reform, especially in a country like Liberia that has a very low
radical man from
Sin. So what I'm trying to say in short, I understood. Even during our days, I came from high school before the war. People repeated classes. People repeated the national exam. Last time it used to be national exam. WAHEC or whatsoever name they call it. When you fail now, you fail one subject or two subjects, you do not graduate. You complete. You go by and take the test before you can. we can go further. So that's my advice, and I think they should look in that direction. All the things they're trying to do, I support it. I saw the Deputy Minister for Instruction yesterday in Granji there, from classroom to classroom, in one of the elementary, junior high school there, and the students were not up to the task. You're asking few questions like spelling, and also they were not doing well. These are things they need to look into, how to create the curriculum and to build the curriculum around the student situation so that they can be able to improve.
Thank you, Chief.
All of them coming up with stringent measures that will always keep our education system backward. Because that alone will make students not even want to go to school anymore.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Quickly, Lama. A lot of people are texting you. Some of them are pressing you. Some of them are saying what you're saying does not, it can really work in actuality in our country.
Well, I will try to respond to the calls one by one, but let me go back to
you have the time. All the time now is yours.
I live in the diaspora, and I wish graciously that diaspora Liberians get involved with the onward march, with the development process of the country, not from an individualistic standpoint. Because what we see year in and out over time in the diaspora are people leading individual effort, which really does not amount to the overall social impact that is needed in our society. So I'd like to see the diaspora collectively engage in developmental processes, especially when it comes to education. We should not just limit the diaspora with books, fundraisers, and sending it back home. We should come up with serious policy document contributions to how we think we can move the education forward. We do not need invitation, like Yassine is suggesting that we need to be invited before we move forward with our expertise. I think that's a wrong concept. The other point I'd like to raise is that I am not in the capacity as a spokesman for the Ministry of Education, and I think it is necessary to resound that disclaimer. I'm only giving as an educator, as one who believes in the future that is based on solid preparation through the formal learning process in Liberia. I'm only giving my analysis as to how I think the leaders at the Ministry of Education today and the reverse reforms that are going on are necessary. So it's important to clear that. And having said that, we have many problems within education, and some of the problems are so glaring that it goes without discussion, goes without saying. Today in Liberia, overage enrollment is a problem. You go to first grade and second grade, you see people 11 years old, 12 years old, still struggling, at that level. You still have today in Liberia, 62% of all children in Liberia never enter primary school. We still have to struggle with that. All right, the free and compulsory education that was launched under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has not been very effective, because when the kids go back to school, public schools are still requesting for armchair fees and other fees that will constrain parents. So we can address all of these problems through a systematic means, but we cannot address all of the problems together.
Okay.
The president request was a bilateral request. In every way possible, that was a step forward. Was not a holistic approach, but again, the government has reversed, coming back to the table, calling stakeholders, organizing the summit, having a clear roadmap as to how they can engage and reform the educational sector. I think they are in the right direction. All of the policies so far seems good. I think we have to give the system a chance. Liberians have always been in a position of complaining about every policy reform. It's too harsh. Our students don't have the capacity. What do you go to school in the first place? Why do we go to school in the first place?
You're having
it's not
MCSS. Don't you think we need to revamp that entire thing?
What,
instead of all
high school?
Instead of all making it look like MCSS, Moreover Consolidated School System, right?
Yeah.
Why not we teach it to Liberia? Consolidated school system, that the superintendent, instead of controlling only Morovia, is for him to have jurisdictions over all of the schools. so that the same immunity that is given to Morovia schools will be also given to the people in Nima, will be given to the people in Lofa, will be given to the people in Sino and other places. And then that superintendent, the position should not change, but the superintendent should remain and should be appointed by the president. And also, but to coordinate all academic activities instead of him reducing himself to only Maserati.
This is what I support in the educational system. Decentralization, where counties take ownership of their own educational system. The government only provide oversight and leadership. And when that happens, it's going to drive progress in many directions. As we see, it is centralized. And so it's kind of difficult to have to sit in Monrovia and determine what someone in Sino County does or what someone in Maryland does. So we have to do that. The second thing I've always argued about is a revolutionization of the educational system. And it speaks to your point because it's a brilliant point. Consolidated school system no longer works. So we have to get rid of that MCC, right? And have multilateral schools on a new banner that reflects the current realities
that the librarian will see themselves to be part of.
Yeah, and what are those realities? Let's take carpentry back into high schools. Let's take masonry back into high schools.
You carry it to Ghana system now.
That's how. So people graduating from high school will graduate
will have some levels of skills
to be able to engage the job market. As it stands, high school students, the diploma is just worthless. They ain't got no skills to even start from somewhere to say, okay, I will do this job, earn money to be able to send myself to college. That is a shame. So we have to revolutionize the educational system. We have to ensure that we bring all of those back. The vocational school system that you have to finish high school is wrong. And we move the process forward. So I'm just appealing to Liberians, let's support the radical and robust reforms that we see at the Ministry of Education today.
Thank you.
It's in the interest of going in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauman. The voice is Lauman Yonton. And so, we say thank you to all of our viewers, all of our fans out there. One thing I want to let you know that our clips are available on YouTube. This clip that you just see with Lauman will be uploaded on YouTube in few seconds. And so we are here every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. The next time you will see this face will be Sunday morning to deal with the issue of our country. And that the president will be seeing, maybe the president have heard the cry of the people and decide now to leave Russia and return to our country. We also say congratulations to Moses Owen Brown. He is the Liberal representative to the United Kingdom. Someone will say London. Mr. Brown has been an ally, he has been a friend of mine, and we have been fighting for justice in our country. Despite I disagree with him many times, but today he have the opportunity to serve our country. Myself, I should be happy because a young man have been appointed. And so does that mean that I agree with Josh Mann and we are in everything that he do? I say no to that. It will not be a surprise if Lauman Yonton is also called to serve the country. The brother has so many ideas. He is now pursuing to get his PhD in education. And thank you to our viewer, and the next time you will see us will be Sunday morning. I've been your new host today, Abraham K. Kamara. We say bye-bye.
We'll celebrate. Where most go corridor. Today is a wonderful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. It's a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. It's a holiday.